Yeah, so this is me. Sometimes we post the jolly and good part, but after we spend our 3 nights, first year, yeah?
First year in DMB.
First 3 nights here, we're here waiting. We're here waiting on a transport, to take us to
A long journey.
to our next location. So it's going to be a journey. It is a journey. It's going to be a journey. So we're just sitting here waiting. Yeah. So we have to wait 1 hour and some minutes for the transport to arrive. But we are packed and ready and waiting. So we are going deeper, deeper into culture. After waiting over an hour, the drive was finally here and we are on our way. It has not been an easy journey because the time is so hot and we have to be consuming a lot of liquid just to keep hydrated. Shortly after we set off, I saw these amazing artworks that was along the roadside here. Sometimes you only see these type of quality works in a store inside a building, cool under AC. But I realize here in Africa, whether walking or driving, you'll see some of the most quality stuff selling or on display. Even the very mode of transportation is very frequent to get you to the desired location that you want to go. I've never really seen a furniture store outside before, and I have seen bedhead, sofas, and they were like high quality looking good stuff outside on display selling. And it's a amazing look because seeing an outside store is just different. Seeing the greenery and looking on the hills, it just gives a Caribbean vibes. by the looks of it, and the view, and the road, it seems like we're going to a village, but not. It's just road construction going on. These are the type of views that they would capture and shows outside and spread propaganda as if the entire country is like this. But what we are seeing here is hardworking people, and they doesn't look stressed. I've seen pictures and videos, especially like this, because these are the type of images that they push and promote. So when I'm here in real life and seeing this, it's like that's exactly what I see on videos. But on the flip side, or the opposite side, they don't really endorse the upper.